Hey everyone, Melissa here with Family Travel Unpacked, and it's Quick Tip Tuesday. Today I'm bringing you one of my favorite tips that could honestly save you hundreds of dollars on your next trip. And it won't take you more than an hour or two to set up. Before you book your next vacation, I want you to do something that sounds incredibly boring, but it's actually kind of like a treasure hunt. Sit down with all your credit cards, yes, even the ones you forgot about in your sock drawer, and actually read through what benefits they offer. I know, it sounds about as exciting as reading your homeowner's insurance policy, but stick with me here because I'm going to give you a few examples of how some of those hidden benefits on travel credit cards can save you real money. First up, one benefit I love on my husband's Capital One Venture X card is the free top-tier status with Hertz. Since I'm an authorized user, it applies to me too. You just have to activate it and link it to your Hertz account. But here's where it gets even better. Once I activated that Hertz status, I was able to match my Avis status to it by emailing them a screenshot from the Hertz account. So now I have top-tier status with 2 different rental car companies, which means free upgrades, expedited service, and more, all from a card that we're already paying for and that pretty much pays for itself thanks to the travel credit and bonus points it gives you every year. Here's another one. Just last month, I was chatting with a friend who loves to travel with her family on points and miles too. She knows a ton, and sometimes she even helps me figure out these puzzles. We were doing some math on a British Airways flight that I was looking at, and I said, well, the taxes and fees are really high, but at least I could get $250 back from the card rebate. She asked me what I meant. I reminded her that the British Airways credit card that we had both gotten earlier this year comes with up to $600 in statement credits for British Airways award flights. She had completely forgotten about it, and unfortunately, her family had already booked their BA flights the previous week, and those would have been eligible. They could have saved hundreds of dollars if they'd remembered to use a different credit card. Even a Chase Sapphire Preferred, which only costs you $95 a year and unlocks huge value for points, also comes with a $50 hotel credit every single year. You just have to book one night through the Chase Travel portal to take advantage of it. I've also been booking through United Hotels with our United credit cards to unlock 2 $50 credits on each card each year. I booked 4 nights in a row in Portugal, but each one has a separate stay in the same apartment, and I saved us almost half on our accommodation costs. These examples aren't unique to my situation. Most credit cards that charge an annual fee give you something in return. You might be eligible for hotel or rental car status, TSA PreCheck or global entry credits, free Wi-Fi on flights, rideshare credits, and plenty of others. Some of those benefits have to be activated in advance, like that Hertz status from Capital One, or maybe the lounge access on your Chase Sapphire Reserve. Don't wait until you're standing at the counter to figure it out. With those statuses, you can also match them to other brands like I did. Usually I'm booking cars with Avis because I have a great small business rate, so matching Hertz from my Capital One card was a huge win. I also have Hilton and Marriott Gold status through my Amex Platinum card. Again, I had to activate those, but they're really useful on their own and can get me matches with brands like Wyndham, Best Western, and Choice. Here's another example of how I stack those hidden gem benefits. Lots of Chase credit cards include a free DoorDash Dash Pass, and I link that to my Lyft account to get me discounts on rides and priority pickups. Then I get a credit back when I use my United credit card to pay for the Lyft ride. I also have my Lyft account linked to my Alaska Atmos account, so I'm earning 3 points per dollar if it's an airport ride. Am I squeezing every possible drop of value out of these transactions? Probably not, but it's enough value to offset those annual fees without making myself crazy. Because once you set these things up and do it a couple of times, it's pretty much automatic. So here's what I want you to do. Set aside an hour this week. Pull out all your credit cards and go through each card's website to look up the full benefits. Then create a simple spreadsheet. Nothing fancy, just 3 columns. Card name, benefits, and notes. List out everything. TSA PreCheck credits, hotel statuses, lounge access, dining credits, streaming credits, whatever. And then make a note if there are any steps that you need to take. Some of those credits are quarterly, some are monthly, and some are annual. It's really annoying, but once you figure out your timing, you don't leave too much money on the table. If there's a monthly credit you know you can use, like Instacart, set up a reminder on your phone and make sure you actually use it. As I said before, for some benefits you do have to enroll before you can use them, and don't wait until you're already on a trip. If I want free breakfast from my Hilton Gold status, my account needs to show gold before I'm at the desk. You could also try to automate some of that tracking. There's an app called Wallet Flow that I use that does an okay job of tracking the perks and credits, but definitely misses some things like a few of my DoorDash credits. I mostly use it for the cheat sheet function that tells me which card to use for each spending category. There's also the Card Pointers app, which is really powerful. It tracks all those benefits and credits, And you can set it up to automatically add card-linked offers to all of your credit cards for extra money saving. Another option if you're more tech-oriented is to use your favorite AI tool to make a benefit tracker for yourself. I'm still toying around with that, and to be honest, I did have to correct ChatGPT on a few of the benefits and credits. But I could only do that because I've gone through my credits beforehand and made notes about what's really there and what isn't. One last thing, and this is important. Don't let these benefits trick you into spending money you wouldn't have spent otherwise. The best credit card benefits are the ones that either save you money on things you were already planning to buy or give you genuine value on what you really want, like global entry credits that let you skip the passport control line when you're exhausted and just want to get home. So that's today's tip. One evening, one spreadsheet, and suddenly you're getting way more value out of the cards that you're already paying for. And when you're planning trips the way we do, maximizing your credit cards to try to keep those costs down really helps. Next time I'll be back with a longer episode, but I wanted to get this one out there because we're heading into that time of year when people really start booking their winter and spring trips. And trust me, activating that rental car status before you book could mean the difference between squeezing your whole family into a compact car or getting upgraded into an SUV for free. Until next time, happy travels and happy treasure hunting through those credit card benefits. Be sure to check down in the show notes for links to all of the credit card and offers that I mentioned, and leave a 5-star review wherever you're listening.